How would you compare this to where you've been in other places?
I mean, it's a new team for sure. It's just that time of year, you know. I feel like since high school, you know, this is the time to prepare. You know, it kind of all feels the same a little bit to a certain degree. Obviously, we get the fans involved. It's a lot of fun, but it's a lot of learning. You know, a lot of jobs at stake too. But you know, we're trying to lock in right now. You know, get our plays down, make mistakes, learn from them, and get to work.
You feel like you're a teacher in some sense because everyone's always asking about the scheme and that kind of thing?
I mean, I want to consider that. You know, I feel like I'm always a student at heart, but at the same breath, you know, I have a lot of experience to share, and I'm never going to be stingy with that.
Mike, is this familiar with Coach Zimmer specifically as anyone? Just what's it been like kind of getting back together with him in this game?
It's been good. You know, obviously I'm familiar with the defense. I'm in the middle of things, very comfortable, and but there's a lot to learn. You know, we have different pieces, different components than I'm used to as well. So we have a lot of new stuff being implemented, which I'm excited about, and it forces me to learn as well.
Have you had to do any Zimmer translations for anybody yet? People who are familiar with his style?
Honestly, it's cool. It's cool for me because obviously I was with him for a long time, and we had a certain familiarity with the guys that were in the room with us. But him, like myself, you know, we kind of have to go back to the basics of things and reteach things and relearn things from me. And, you know, start from the ground up. So I see that approach that he's taking, and I'm taking the same approach.
Where is he on the intensity level among coaches you've been around in your career?
You know, I feel like Zim is very detailed, and he you know what he wants to expect. You know what he's expecting from you, and it's about coming out and delivering that. And you know, having a high expectation is never a bad thing.
Micah said yesterday he looked up to you when you were playing in Minnesota, and now you're playing with him. Just, you know, is it surreal kind of playing with a guy that kind of is so young that he looked up to you while you were playing with Anthony Barr? He mentioned stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy. Actually, I remember the first time I met him. I think it was a Super Bowl week, and you know, we came in, we chatted for a little bit, but it is cool. You know, I think that you know, being on a few teams now, seeing some of the superstars around the league, and you know, just how much ability, you know, is in the United States, and you know, how much we foster as a country. It's pretty cool, you know. I shared that with locker room in college with guys. You know, now I've been in the pros, and you know, everyone's journey is different, but I'm excited to see where his is going to go.
What are your impressions of Mike?
You're the guy now that they're looking up to.
It's crazy, you know. You know, I just kind of put my head down and worked, and here I am today. But I just rely on that, you know. It's pretty cool, but at the same time, like, I don't not expect it because of the work I put in.
What are your impressions of Micah in terms of him playing more off the ball this year and things like that? That's going to come with.
I mean, from my impressions coming in, you know, I noticed that he's a very versatile player, and I know that he gets kind of thrown around everywhere, and I don't expect much different. You know, I think we're going to use him a ton of different ways, and you know, he's going to make the splash plays for us.
What's your perspective coming in from the outside, just seeing the success the team's had the last few years, and you know, hoping to be that missing piece to get into the next level?
Yeah, you know, I'm just trying to do me at the end of the day, but at the same time, you know, I played against Cowboys many times. You know, I've lost a lot of times too as well. You know, and the main thing that I've realized is that, you know, they know how to finish games and they know how to win when it counts. And you know, no matter how close the game was when I was on the other side of it, you know, you can count on them to be in the fourth quarter, and that's a true mark of a great team. You know, is finishing those games and getting the wins.
How unique is this season for you, carrying the memory of your father?
Man, it's pretty cool, man. You got me a little emotional right now, but it's cool, man. I'm in California, you know what I mean, and yeah, man. I love my dad. You know, obviously, all my brothers, we grew up playing football, and that's just what we do. And yeah, man. Shoot, first camp without him, you know what I mean?
Added motivation for you?
A little bit, you know. I know what to expect. I know what I expect out of myself, but it's you know, right now I'm just cherishing the life and what I got going forward.
It's tough when you first got out here to say, man, I don't have them, and then now I got a job to do. How can you?
Yeah, you know, I feel like I really did go through those emotions, you know, a lot last year. You know, now I have my own son. You know, I have my own job as a father to be a father, and you know, I grew up knowing my dad played football, and now my son is going to know that his dad played football, and it's kind of a weird thing. You know, I don't want to force him to be like, you know, you played football and things like that, but he's going to want to do what his dad does, I think. Maybe. We'll see. But go ahead. You good.
You talked about Mike already a little bit, you know, but there's so many playmakers on this defense. I mean, I'm not going to mention everybody, but Duran, Trayvon, obviously DeMarcus. Just what's it like just having that kind of talent all over the world?
It's cool, man. You know, like I said, I faced them many times. I know what that feels like when they were swarming on defense, and it was kind of like relentless. So I'm just hoping we can bring that same. I'm knowing we're going to bring that same effort, but I'm just hoping I can be a good part of it.
Zeke was kind of talking about the shelf life of an NFL player and how he has a lot of appreciation for being back here and going into the season. Kind of at this point in your career, do you also have an appreciation for just, kind of going into the season and being here?
Definitely. I feel like things mean a little bit different to me now. I want to win. I want to play good defense, first and foremost. And that's what's fun about it. You know what I mean? I get the opportunity to get that chance. And, I played against Zeke a bunch of times too. So it's cool to, have competitors like that amongst me. Yes, sir. Take it.